This is some applications in section 2.3, logic and reasoning. And I'm just going to walk you through a little explanation about Sudoku and Ken if you have not done those puzzles before. So in this first example, you have a 4x4 puzzle. So what that means is you can only use the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And specifically what happens is you can only use the numbers inside each of these boxes once, and each of these rows once, and each of the columns once. Okay, so the 1 through 4, that's what you need to do. So for example, in this first box that I'm working on the left corner, I have a 1 and a 2 in there already. So that means that this box could either be a 3 or a 4, but because I have a 4 over here already in this row, I cannot use a 4 there. So that means my 4 is out. So what I have left then is my 3, and then I can write that a little bit larger. So that's kind of the process. So then that means that this number would have to be 4. And now when we look at this row going down here, we already have a 1, 4, and 3, so that has to be a 2. And now when we go across this way right here, I have to have all 4 digits. And then again, you can just keep working your way through the puzzle. So this is similar to what you do in a Ken puzzle. You still have a 4x4 puzzle. So that means that you can use only the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. What makes this a little bit different is you can see that this highlighted area right here has a condition. You have to divide the two numbers you have to be able to divide and get the answer of 2. So what that means is this could be a 2 divided by 1, or it could be 4 divided by 2. But also, it doesn't matter about the order. In other words, I have to always divide, like 4 divided by 2, but I could actually put the numbers in the other direction, 2 divided by 4. We're always taking the larger number first, or dividing those numbers in some way, those two numbers being divided would lead an answer of 2. Okay, that's probably not the best place to start this puzzle. So I'm going to go to a different, simpler place. So for example, in this box right there, the number has to be a 4. Okay, there's nothing else there. Then you have to look at, again, we still have to have all the rows and columns have 1 through 4, but now we don't have those boxed in areas. Now the boxed in areas have different conditions. So let's take a look at, and it's kind of a guess and check process. So let's take a look at these 3 boxes. Those 3 boxes right there we have to multiply those numbers together, 3 numbers, to get 3. So you have to try to figure out what is going on. And really the only way that you can equal 3 multiplying the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 is 1 times 3 times 1, or 1 times 1 times 3, or some combination. So that means I need a 1, a 3, and a 1. And again, the rows and columns have to match up. So that means that I can't have a 1 and a 1 here, because that's going to mess up my column there. So if I put the 1 there, that's also going to mess up my column. So the only places I can put those 1s then is a 1 and a 1 and a 3. So now those numbers together, 3 times 1 times 1, all have a product of 3. And again, if I'm looking at my rows going down and my columns going across, so far I haven't broken any of the rules for making sure that there is only the digits 1 through 4 going across each row and down each column. So now if I go back to the original question where I had to divide 2 numbers to get the answer of 2, it can't be the 1 and 2, it's got to be the 2 and 4. So I'm just going to put these in the 4, and the 2. But keep in mind, we may have to switch those around depending on what happens in the other parts of the board. So now I see over here there's a 4, so I know automatically this has to be a 2, etc. So it just makes it a little bit more challenging as you work through these problems. And then as you move forward through these, now you're going to have a 9 by 9. So now you can only use the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And again, with Sudoku, you're still looking at making sure that the numbers, digits 1 through 9, go down each row and each column. But also you have to factor in that the 1 through 9 has to be also only in this square. So Sudoku does not take into factor any of the processes that we did here. So hopefully that gives you some more information. I'll do one more piece here. I can see right here that these two numbers have to multiply together to get 6. Well, I already have a 1 and a 4, and so now I need a 2 and a 3. I can't put the 2 here because now that messes up the 2 2s in that same row. So that means I have to switch those around and have a 3. Switch those around and have the 3 and the 2. So now, again, just keep working on the other ones, and hopefully that gives you some insight. But I just wanted to give you a quick explanation about Sudoku and Ken-Ken.